Let me make sure I get this right. There we go. How are you guys? Welcome to the help desk for Dragon Age Keep. Now, this is obviously an unofficial stream because it's me and I don't work at BioWare, but I do want to help those who want to use Keep today as it just came out into open beta. So, yeah. Let me make sure everything is in order. Now, I have Keep on one side, and then I also have the stream going, and I also have the chat going, and a lot of people are going, oh god, I need to set up chat. I thought it was ready, but you cannot prepare for this. Not in the slightest. Alright. OP user. Oh, come on, Twitch, you can do it. You can do it. Was not prepared. Cool. So we also have Renata in here, so if I totally mess up on saying anything, I'm sure she'll be like, what the heck, Ash, what are you talking about? And then correct me. And also we have some other keepers that are in the chat as well. So if you guys want to help, feel free to answer as well. I think the best part about the Dragon Age community is that we're all helpful of each other, and especially if you've been part of Keep prior to the open beta happening. I'm sure you guys have seen the private forums where everyone was trying to help each other out, trying to make Keep a better experience in general. So, yeah, so if you don't know, this is my Dragon Age Keep. Now, I do have to say all my world states have been wiped because I tried breaking Keep and I was successful, but I won't get into the details, but let's see if I can pull this in. Now, of course, Keep is still an open beta, which means that there are some bugs like floating around, and there's going to be a lot. And when I say a lot of people, I mean a lot of people. There are at least 130,000 people who applied to Keep. And my phone is going crazy. And I should probably mute it because professionalism. So none of that. Now, like how... Okay, so the Varric screen, the ISS, it's not playing yet. So let me see if I can get out, which I can't. I'm trapped. I'm trapped. Oh, this is excellent. This is what I get for deciding to do a stream. So let's just start this over again. Now, does anyone have any questions? Oh, you get to see my email. Whoops. Does anyone have any questions regarding Keep now? I do want to answer questions directly and make sure that everyone knows, you know, what the heck is going with Keep. Now, if you don't know what Keep is, and I did get some of these questions earlier, Keep is basically a website where you can take all your decisions from Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age 2, and you can import it into Dragon Age Inquisition and future titles. Now, everything is synced through your Origin account so that you can easily bring it over. Now, if you're going, why can't I import my own decisions? Why can't I do this? Well, I'll give you the one specific reason why I think it's really important that you should take advantage of Keep is because there are a lot of decisions in Keep that translate over into Inquisition that the save imports from Dragon Age Origins to Dragon Age 2 don't actually account for. For instance, a lot of the different side quests, some of the different things. Obviously, if you use mods, like for instance, whenever I did the mods for a save generator. Now, I love the save generator that was made for Dragon Age Origins, Dragon Age 2, but it was buggy. And if you tell me it wasn't buggy, you're lying, because it was totally buggy, because I had some problems trying to make sure that my Warden Queen was totally fine. But anyway, let me see here. Will cancel DLC stories be included? I don't know how you would know what DLC would be. Let's see here. Do your DA2 achievements show up? Mine don't for some reason. Now, because there are a lot of people today that are going to be accessing Keep, it's going to be crazy. It's just going to be a little bit absurd. I don't know why I have headphones on. It's going to be a little bit absurd, so you're going to have to... You can refresh if you want, and you can try again later. I suggest just kind of taking it easy for a bit as far as Dragon Age Keep is concerned, and kind of try it out later on today, because a lot of people are trying to smack into getting all of their decisions set up, it's obviously going to ease up whenever there isn't like hundreds of thousands of people going to access Keep. So, yeah. Let me see here. Why can't a female noble be king with Nora as queen? Because a female noble can't marry a Nora? That's pretty much the gist of it. There can only be one queen. Warden queen. Let's see here. You don't see me. If you're having any problems with the stream, as far as things go, this stream is a partnered stream, so you can change the quality settings. So feel free to bump it from source all the way down to low if you need to. Yeah. Let's see here. Will more decisions appear? Yes, in time. And especially whenever Dragon Age Inquisition is already out, and whenever, you know, the dust has settled and all that, obviously Inquisition will be included in Keep down the line, obviously. Not now. Let's see here. Is there any way to delete heroes? Now, if I remember correctly, you can't exactly delete heroes unless if you went into Dragon Age Origins or Dragon Age 2, manually delete them off and then sync them through the cloud. Now, for me, if you're like me and have a whole bunch of different playthroughs, you have probably, like for instance, I think I'm at 3 gigabytes of data as far as how many wardens and how many hawks I have. So what I did was I actually just made it so that it was only, I saved all of my files and then I pushed them to like a different drive. And then whenever it was syncing to Origin, I actually only had those few heroes. Now, I'm sure there'll be like some kind of option where you can actually pick and choose. But for now, well, there is an option that you can pick and choose. Let me go into Keep real quick. Let's see here. You can actually import... You can actually sync all of your heroes as far as... Ignore that. Syncing your data from Origins and also 2. It'll take your achievements, it will take your... Let me remember this. It'll take your achievements, it'll take the name of your hawk, your warden, the class, the race, and then also the little portrait that you see your hawk or your warden as. Let's see here. So you're going to see right now, like for instance, mine isn't completely synced because I kind of fudged my Origins and 2 things because like my achievements and all that, because I have multiple Origin accounts as far as Origins and DA2 is concerned, and I was kind of testing stuff. So anyway, you're seeing right now, oops, there you go. You're seeing right now all of the things. Yeah, I hope you didn't see my bookmarks. And then, yeah, it'll just do this automatically, and it'll look for everything as far as your Origin account is concerned. Should rewards and DLC be syncing right now? They're only syncing problems I'm having. They'll also sync, if I remember correctly. I don't know if there'll be any difficulties as far as things go. But anyway, okay, so it just finished syncing. Now, for the Dragon Age Origins Warden, now if you can't read it, because the text is a little bit small and it's gray, in the Dragon Age Keep, you can use your heroes to recreate your Dragon Age story the way you remember it. Pick a hero to help build the story you'll play in Dragon Age Inquisition. Please keep in mind that it will take some time for all of your custom heroes to appear, especially during busy periods, aka the day of the open beta. So, I have 3 custom heroes detected. I have a whole bunch more, but I specifically took them out whenever I synced it. And whenever I say syncing, I mean you're pulling up Origin, you're enabling cloud saving. Also, if you're dealing with a legacy BSN, which is the Bioware social network, if you never really participate in the forums, you probably don't know what the Bioware social network is. But basically, it's what predated the forms that are right now. I think they changed it last year. But anyway, oh, I already put it on here. Alessa and Len are my 2 characters. So, which one did I have as queen already? Oh, she's wearing the hawk armor. I can see it through the little icon. But yeah, Renata got this. So she mentions, we are still working out some issues with syncing. It's better than it was before, but it's still work in progress. Oh yeah, it's on social.bioware.com. Let me see here. Can modded characters be uploaded to the keep? It depends on what you modded. Because if you modded the armor, that's fine if you armored. But like the thing is that if you had a character that, for instance, romanced Alistair as a male, obviously that's going to have... Well, actually, it doesn't have any repercussions because your decisions don't sync over. The things that I mentioned, race, class, gender, those sync over. But your choices, you'll have to go and actually tab through which one is which. Now, I'm just going to prove this hero real quick. Can you change your name? Can you change the name without sync? I personally haven't tried. And I'm not sure if that's actually being investigated yet. Oh god! It's happening! It's chaos! Okay, so right now there must be a lot of like pressure right now on the servers. Obviously we're breaking it. Questions. Why can I have Aveline leave and side with the Templars? In my game she said Alistair was gonna let her back into Freldon, that she was going to go. Wait, let me... Why you can't have Aveline leave? It depends on the progression of what choices you choose in Keep. Now, let me... Okay, let me... Oh, this is gonna break it, I think, again. If the ISS totally bugs out. Give me a second here. I'll answer the Aveline one in a second. Oh god, I have to refresh. F5! Abort! Sorry, something... Okay, so it fixed on its own. Please try viewing the interactive stories summary later. Now, this is not going to work that well on this day with everyone trying to get on it, but I think it'll be okay later. Now, let me just view the tapestry for now. Oh, Renata goes, we're looking into adding the name change feature too, so stay tuned. Oh, you didn't see that. Okay, now this is this is everything as far as like the different choices that you can make. Oh, and this is something I wanted to like kind of bring attention to, because it says the keep does not import your saved game. Here, I'll read it for you guys since it's small text. The keep does not import your choices previous games. Instead, use the interactive story summary to select a few key choices to further customize your world state using the tapestry. You can set as many or as few decisions as you want. Once you're finished, you must import your world state to Inquisition using the world state manager located in the ... the top right here. So let's say, oh, I already finished my world state, and it says export to DA Inquisition. Now, I mentioned that I don't have mine set up because I had to delete all of them, but basically this is how it would be. Overwrite the Inquisition game slot. It will replace your current active world state in your game slot. Would you like to continue? Why, yes, I would love to continue. And then it'll be synced up. And whenever you log into Dragon Age Inquisition, or rather, not logged in, but whenever you boot up Dragon Age Inquisition on your PC, on your Xbox, on your PS4, PS3, Xbone, Xbox 360, you'll see it. Now let me see here. Let's see here. Okay, I'm trying to sort through the chat and get questions here. Is it possible to make a Warden and Hawk from scratch in the Keep? Yes, technically. The way that it is that you're choosing all these options that you did through Keep. Like, for instance, ignore the hero. Like, you can use any, let's say, oh yeah, I just want a human warrior, right? You can change the name later, as Renata mentioned. But I'm going to choose his hero, right? And let's say Well, let's use my own. I have my character, and she's alive and well because she made her boyfriend, aka Alistair, go through and do the old god ritual with Morrigan, right? So let's just double back here. So we can go through and actually choose like all of the different options. Let's see here. I'm obviously choosing the most buggy romance out of all of them, which is Alistair. If you were part of Dragon Age Keep in the long haul, you'll know that this was probably the most frustrating romance option in Keep beforehand. Let's see here. Doesn't matter if we have our custom wardens hawks or are just the default ones cool. You can see if you want to have the name specific and if you want to have like the little achievement, the achievements, and then also the portrait. Thank you. If you want the portraits also to sync up and then just go with you as time goes by, whenever it's past Inquisition, whenever it's the 4th game and the 5th game, and perhaps maybe down the line even more, then those will transfer over and then they'll just continue with you. So it's up to you if you want to do that, but obviously some people want to, like for instance for me, I want to make sure that my hawk, my warden are kind of represented for years to come, right? So it's more of a sort thing. Let me see here. I'm not currently seeing my PS3 Warden sync to Keep, but my PC Warden has. Did I mess up because I have 2 copies of the game? If you're using the same Origin account for syncing, let me see here. Okay, so it's PS4 and then it's also PC. There may be, depends on the cloud storage now I think about it, because that's one of the things that PC actually offers. It should sync, but if you hit the cap, that may be an issue. How's it going, guys? Yes, that's one of the things. You do have to link your PSN gamer tag also to your Origin account, which, let me see if I can pull up Origin real quick and I can show you guys. And hopefully not show my account information as I log in. Which I've done on a past stream before, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, let me do this off screen. I don't think I have installed on this. Ooh! Fun fact. Yesterday I learned that Origin has 2 authentication, and if you really want to protect your account, I definitely recommend it. What I do is I sync it to my phone because it's a lot easier. But yeah, if you want to protect your account, definitely use 2 authentication. Thank you, Renata. Renata, like freaking Renata, dude. God. So good. And congratulations again to everyone from BioWare who freaking got this out. Now, okay, let me see here. If I remember correctly. Oh, I should probably not do this on that part, on that window. Oh, man. But yeah, you do have to link your PSN to your account. And I'm trying to find out if you can do it through the Origin. I think you can. Ooh, glad I did not show the Origin window right there. Holy crap. Let's see here. I can't get it on here yet. I'll do it later. I know it exists. I just need to actually check it through. Justin! Everyone praise Justin, for he is in here. Alright. Yes, syncing isn't down, But the problem is that there are so many people that are trying to get onto Keep that obviously it's kind of turning into this whole like, holy crap. And then the servers are just kind of let's see here. If you can't tell, I'm totally using this spiel in order to actually look at all the chat. Oh my god, chat's moving so fast. Oh. Let's see here. I noticed that there is no entry on the Keep about recruiting companions in the Awakening DLCs. Does that mean that they're already a canon outcome when it comes to recruiting them? Now, the way that it works is that whenever you're doing... Let me pull up Awakening here. Whenever you're doing the Awakening expansion, it's based on like the different decisions that you make. Now, for instance, for Dragon Age 2, you can choose Nathaniel as far as him being there. Oh, and also you can choose if you want to get him back in. But it's like there are different choices that kind of establish whether companions are alive or not. Let's see here. No, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. But you can choose like the different choices, like they kind of reflect of like what's going to progress, right? So let me pull up TA2. What one is he in? I think it's at 2 or at 3. I think it's at 3. Whenever Nathaniel, here we go. Didn't encounter Nathaniel, right? So you can do Nathaniel did not survive. You can do didn't encounter Nathaniel, or you can do rescued Nathaniel. So that would imply that, oh, he was alive at some point, and he was alive for the happenings during Awakening. I'm trying to determine how spoilery I want to be in here. I will assume that everyone in this chat has at least played Origins or 2. So if I may say something that is slightly spoilery if you haven't played either game. By the way, do you have to use the Keep if you got save files on your computer? Now, save files won't import the way that it did from Origins to 2. It's not like you can actually put in your file, especially because there are new consoles out there. There's PS4 and there's also Xbone. You can't actually translate those into Inquisition directly. Now, if you don't use Keep, which you should because it's really easy to use, and especially since it's also on the website and it's really convenient, and also includes all the options that weren't included from Origins to 2, and you totally want that translated over into Inquisition. No spoilers, but I forget what I was saying. But basically, if you don't do that, you'll have the default world import into Dragon Age Inquisition. Now, if you don't know what the default world is, basically it's a Dalish elf that sacrificed himself in order to kill the archdemon, and let me see here. Alistair and Honora become king and queen of Ferelden. A male mage Hawk is the one who actually fights at the end of Dragon Age 2. And basically anyone who is kind of like, what's the best way of putting it? Most of the companions are alive. Alistair is okay, Isabella's okay, Varric's okay. Well, actually, no, Varric stays alive no matter what you do. And it just assumes that, the companions stay alive. Now, it also has the options that is just like, for instance, if you, what's it say? The old god baby situation, that never comes to light in Inquisition if you've never actually had the ritual happen. It's like it never came up. So if you never played Origins, don't worry about it. Obviously, you won't have not the concept, but you won't have the context of what is the old god baby. But it's kind of for your own benefit, so you're not sitting there going, "What the hell is the old god baby?" But anyway, excuse me. Do 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 do. Will the save files of PCDA transferred to Keep be able then to be used on consoles, PS3, PS4, Xbone, etc.? For what I know, yes. If you have it on Keep, you can import it and it'll just work. Oh, this is not a question about Keep, but I've always wanted to know in Origins, what does hardening your companions mean? Now, basically, hardening is specifically for Liliana and Alistair. Now, I don't want to say that they're complacent, but they're kind of passive whenever it comes to things. Alistair is kind of thrown into this whole situation of what's going on with Blight. He gives the power, even though he's more of a senior warden than the hero Ferelden, he just kind of goes, you be the leader. And with Liliana, she's a chantry sister. She, even though that she was a bard before, she doesn't want to accept that life anymore. What you can do is you can kind of push your warden into, or you can make your warden push Alistair and also Liliana to make more impact with their decision making, right? For Alistair, you can do it right after he meets Goldana, who ends up being B-word, and then you can also do it for Liliana after she sees Marjolaine. So it deals with the confrontations and how much you want that character. If you harden that character, that means that basically they kind of step it up and they're more assertive and they want to do what they want. For instance, Alistair will be totally okay with keeping you as what was the thing? A princess consort? I can't remember the exact title, but is totally willing to not break up with you if he's hardened, as far as becoming king and queen with Honora, right? So, okay, too much explanation there. Basically, that's what hardening does. It makes them more assertive in the game. Considering what Liliana is currently up to now, I think we can assume she is a hardened state. Yeah. Mistress, okay. Okay, that's mean. Alright, now let's see here. We'll be able to customize our Hawk's appearance in Inquisition or Keep. Now, I can't say anything as far as Inquisition is concerned, and some of you who have been following me on Twitter know exactly why. But as far as Keep is concerned, there's no option right now in Keep that can that you can actually customize your hero as far as like, oh, this is what they look like. But if I remember correctly, there is an option to determine whether your Hawk is a customized Hawk or default. And let me see if I can find that decision. How's it going, guys? I've watched too much South Park, I'm sorry. It's summer here. Or did I just say something and it was here and now it's not? Am I a horrible person? Possibly. Possibly. Any idea about Anders? Anders. I kept him alive, and even if you kill Anders, sorry about that, streets right nearby. Even if you kill Anders, he still justice still shows up, maybe. So, heroes top right. What? Magic? Am I crazy? Renata knows what she's talking about. I don't. Let's see here. There's only one option. Oh god, chat, Twitch, why are you doing that? There's only one. No! Okay, every time I try to scroll up on this chat, it keeps on doubling back, so let me pull this up again. Let me pull chat over on this side so it doesn't like span. I feel like I'm missing a lot of questions because chat is kind of going crazy. Not going crazy, but it's a little bit faster. Let me pull chat over on this side so it doesn't like span. Don't slow chat down. I can read it. It's just Whenever I have it up on Twitch, then it just automatically, like, I scroll up and then it goes back down. Let's see here. It's alright, guys. Thank you. Let me see here. There we go. Possibly crazy. Heroes. Here we go. Thank you. Alright. So there's this one. Whoops. Wait. Oh yeah, and here's the other one, missing your warden or hawk. If you opted to upload data to the game servers when playing Dragon Age Origins or Dragon Age 2, the keep will recognize your wardens and hawks. It may take up to a day for custom characters to show in keep, but you can easily switch between the custom and default heroes at any time. And it's still being worked on. Doo-doo-doo. I'm crazy, don't worry about it. All right, let's see here. Questions. Quick. Yeah, the best part about Keep, I think one of the questions, not questions, but one of the things was concerning about Isabella's mission with Castillon. One of the best things about Keep is that even if an option is not available right now, it can definitely be added before Inquisition, during Inquisition. Decisions can be kind of tweaked. So that's the best part about Keep as far as keeping things updated, right? Okay, let me see here. There's only one option to set your rivalry friendship level with Varric in the Keep. We'll be able to set our friendship rivalry with other characters, or is that irrelevant? Now, the matter is that whenever you're looking at the options that are available, right? For instance, let's say if you're going through... Oh shoot, I meant to go back to the Tapestry. Whenever you're dealing with, like, different decisions as far as, oh, here, Isabella. That's probably like the best example that I can give right now. Now, if you're doing with the companions for Dragon Age 2, and you have all these different options, right? And it just mentions about like whether Fenris is alive, whether Bethany's alive, recruiting Isabella. Now, this is the one specific thing that I want to mention, how it has Isabella, whether she is okay with Hawk or not. Did Isabella return to Hawk after stealing the book? Now, this is indicative of how well your friendship or rivalry is with Isabella. So it's less about having to choose whether, taker of whether Isabella is friend or rival. It's more of, these are the decisions that led up. So it's not quantitative numbers and words, right? It's less about, oh, hey, let's just fix like, oh, your character was plus 97 with Isabella. It's more of, these are the decisions that really were detrimental or beneficial to your relationship with said character. So, for instance, you can either, you didn't recruit her at all, she did not return, or she did return with the book. And then also, if you double back to the choice, or the different things here, the other thing here is also, did Hawk give Isabella to the Heir of Shock? Obviously, if you give her to the Heir of Shock, then it just happens, right? You can be, like, the best friend of her, but you can still give her to the Heir of Shock at the end and totally betray her. That's one of the things you can do. So, using the number for rival versus friendship is not that effective. Yes, remember, if you're on the open beta for Keep and you see anything as far as like, oh, I don't like this option, oh, maybe this will be a little bit different or whatever, be sure to use the beta feedback, because if I remember correctly, you can give specific feedback, which is you can click on every single one. Let's say, I hate the description that they use in order for Isabella and the Heir of Shock, right? You can choose, oh, how does this make you feel? Oh, I hate this, I dislike it, I'm neutral, blah, 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 like love, right? And you can actually put a suggestion, a bug, or a plot request. Plot request is another thing you can actually mention in this. But let's say this sucks. Fix it. Okay, don't put this sucks, fix it. Put as best as you can as far as criticism goes, because it really does help if you're like, I think this would be better worded this way, or you didn't include this part, can you please put this in? Every single freaking bug request, every single suggestion request is actually looked at by the developers from BioWare, so definitely do your part if you want. Let me see here. Omni, what are you most excited for in DAI? I'll answer that question next week on Thursday. Let me see here. The artwork for Isabella there does not look right. Shouldn't it be reverse the title artwork? Which one are you talking about? Are you talking about the Air Shock one, or are you talking about whenever she runs away and keeps the book? Let's see here. Any idea about Vigilance Sword from Awakening? I know there's no option. I think most of the decisions as far as like swords and weapons are concerned aren't actually featured. The only one I can think about off the top of my head that actually does have an option in order to choose it is whenever you're giving back the sword to Sten, right? Because it's a huge companion quest. I think that's one of the very few instances where they actually have like swords and such actually translating it. I know some people were kind of wondering whether the weapons and armors from DA2 would be translated over. For instance, the champion armor, but it's kind of, to be honest, it's one of the, this is me talking, not like talking in the mind of developers. Whenever you're dealing with like weapons and armor, it's kind of like you could find that eventually, like past the canon or past like the games or whatever. Hawk could have totally found the champion armors, right? And on her own or on his own, and just shows up in Inquisition with the full champion attire, right? So I think it's a little bit less important as far as things go. Like, I mean, it's good that we all have like decisions as far as keep goes, but at the same time, it's kind of like we don't want to be overwhelmed as far as all these decisions go that are really minuscule, like ridiculously minuscule in comparison. But that's just me. That's just me. Let me read. Have BioWare said how many of the keep choices will be referenced in DAI? There are 300 decisions in keep right now, and not all of them will be transferred into Inquisition. There's no notice of how many specific ones are translating into Inquisition, but you'll find out soon enough. Let's see here. The screen you are now in the chains. Oh, so basically, I think it's the same, because if you didn't, so this one is, didn't give Isabella to the Air Shock, so she's totally free. Whereas this one with her chained is that, like, whenever she's taken by the Air Shock, right? Let's see here. Why does it say Aveline was a true friend to the end? For me, she was a rival. It depends. Wait, true friend in the end? It depends on what choices you made in DA2, really. Because certain options, like, gonna pull it up. Like, there are certain decisions that Aveline will obviously be totally okay with. And depending on, because like there are different options within the game that would have translated into her being totally fine with, right? And then there are other ones that are like, these would have totally made them angry at you. Let's see here. Karen did say in PAX Prime that several hundred were used of as an, I think they said, oh yeah, it's several hundred. I just don't know off the top of my head what is, like, how many specific ones there are. There are at least 200 or 300. So let's see here. How's it going, guys? I gotta stop saying that. Question, will your DA2 Hawk romance be in DAI? There is the option to choose who you romance in Dragon Age 2. Oh, wait, whoops, I just totally... go back. Companions. You can actually choose who you romance. Anders, Fenris, Isabella, Meryl, or Sebastian. And yeah, those would be translated. Let's see here. So how does the DLC work in the Tapestry? Do you have to own the DLC to add it to Inquisition, or is it open to everyone? Open to everyone. So even if you didn't own the DLC for like Origins or 2, if you didn't have Awakening, if you didn't have... It doesn't matter. You can totally choose it, or you can leave it alone. If you don't know like the decisions, let's say you never played Warden's Keep, right? Let's... Oh, actually, no. Let's use this one. Yeah, here it is. Warden's Keep DLC. So Warden's Keep was basically you had to go and try to find out the different, like, why you helped out. I can't remember his name. There's a guy that you go with, and you have to unlock the secrets as far as Warden's Keep. And then you also meet this guy named Avernus, who is a Grey Warden, who is still researching at the keep because there's a tear in the veil, and there are like demons and all that, and you have to close it. Now, one of the options here is you either drink the concoction or you don't. Wait. Yeah, you didn't drink it or you did drink it. Now, gaining the power of blood basically makes your warden kind of tap into the darkspawn power that is still, we don't know the capacity of what it is. If you read Last Flight, then you kind of know the extent of what darkspawn power can be as far as magic is concerned. I'm not going to spoil it because that actually just came out, last month? So now I had to be careful. Anyway, Power of Blood will basically enhance your warden's capability of utilizing the Darkspawn blood inside them. So you can choose, yes, totally did that. Or if you don't know what it's about, it will automatically just have it as didn't drink concoction. There are default answers that are already established. And same with, oh, I don't know who Sophia is. I don't know who Avernus is, right? Like, how do I have context for these people, right? You don't have to, because if you just choose the default, or if you just let it go, it will choose both Sophia and Avernus perished. Whereas if you want, let's say you watch the YouTube videos for each individual decision for Dragon Age, right? And you said, oh, hey, let's keep Sophia, or let's keep Avernus and Sophia dead. Then you can just choose this one. You don't need to buy the DLC, although I totally suggest playing the game, because then you get full context and appreciation for the decisions made in Inquisition. So, yeah. What does the Talus choices mean? Like, if you made her angry, does that mean you didn't help her? Yes. Now, there's this one specific choice in not Masked Empire, Mark of the Assassin, right? That you can choose. Here, let me pull it up. It's a Dragon Age 2 DLC that has Felicia Day voicing the character Talus, who is an elf that basically asks for Hawk's help and also invitation. Let's pull this up. Oh, where is it now? I'm lost, now I'm confused, and I don't see it. I know the Legacy DLC is in here. I don't think it's in here yet. But anyway, so basically you can, with that, Talus basically, if you make her angry, there are two different choices that you can make inside it. Either you help her, or you go on a completely different path and totally don't help her, which essentially just results in the same thing. She takes the list away. Companions, thank you, I'm a derp. Oh, everything's been moved so many times I just can't remember it. um, here we go. Didn't make Talus angry. Made Talus angry, or never met Talus. Never met Talus would be you never were part of, you never played it. Whereas made Talus angry, as in you're an awful person. No, I'm just kidding. She was an alright character, although obviously she did betray you once. And then didn't make Talus angry, which means you helped her out get the list. Oh, and also, if you made her angry, it would also be that you were demanding the list. Obviously, I'm spoiling. Let's see here. Why does everyone hate Sebastian? You don't want me to answer that. You don't. Let's see here. Questions. I am so sorry you have to hear the sirens. Why won't it let me choose that first Enchanter Irving died, but Wynn survived? Is that a bug? Let's try it out right now. So, Broken Circle. First Enchanter Irving survived the battle. Now, or he died. I think your choice said that you killed him, right? Yeah, he died. So, let's choose this answer and lock it. So, this will never ever change. Ever. Right? Let's see here. Origins. So that will stay, and then whenever you try to change it, your game will just go, oh, wait, what are you doing, right? So basically use the lock feature in order to make sure that your choices are represented and they continue to be represented. For instance, if you want to keep Alistair Romance forever and ever in your keep world state, make sure to lock it and put it in your pocket. Can we see... Oh, let me see. Matro Zhang asks, can we see your canon world state maybe in a video? Maybe? I have to recreate it again, but it's pretty much similar to what I did for the perfect save. Warden Queen, did the old god baby ritual, was totally friends with everyone, did all the companion quests, fooled Flemeth, or not fooled, killed Flemeth, saved the dude, what's his name? The architect, so that I could have him coming back. I'm going into way too many choices, but yeah, I could probably do one. Especially since it's now open beta, so. But there's no option to rival Aveline. Why does it only let you friend her or have her leave you? Well, if you're a rival, she'll leave at the end right before the fight happens, because she doesn't want to support you. Yeah, Justin goes, locking was so hard to implement, you guys should try using it. Because locking is really helpful, though, because I don't know how many times I've accidentally messed up and just rewrote over my options. But yeah. I didn't kill anyone except Flemeth that one time. Because I wanted Morgan to be my friend. Is that such a bad thing? If you kill Flemeth in Dragon Age Origins, why does she appear in DA2? There are many different explanations and theories as to why Flemeth is still alive. And has been alive for years. And when I say years, I mean ages. Ever since, reportedly, Flemeth of the High Ever has been alive since the Tower Age, which is like, what, the 3rd century? She was alive since, I think, the 3rd Age, year 21 or 25, something like that, right? But technically, if you read The Stolen Throne, Flemeth says that she's been alive since before Andraste was a thing. So, why are my costume characters not showing up? I don't get it. Let's see here. I need water. Horcrux. Yes, Harry Potter came into this world and then just basically gave her a Horcrux. She is literal Voldemort. um, let's see here. Is there going to be more content when DA Keep is released, and when will Keep finally be released? Soon, TM, and then also more to come, TM. My Dragon. Okay, let's see here. My Dragon Age Wardens are syncing up slowly but surely. However, my Hawks for some reason are not syncing up, and the ones that are syncing up are not syncing. Oh, that's a lot of syncing. Um, for some reason are not syncing up, and the ones that are syncing up are the ones I created when I first got the game back in 2012, which I no longer have the files for. Is there any way to fix this? Let me see here. First, I would have to ask if you have that for PC. Also, if you have the save files for the current ones that are going to be up. I would try, if you have the save files still available, I would definitely turn on Origin, make sure that cloud saving is actually enabled, and actually have your save files sync up to Origin. If it's PS4, or if it's PS3, if it, let me rephrase that. If it's older consoles, not current gen, but older gen, they still have to sync up to the social Bioware network so that you can get in the Warden. But if you lost your save files, I'm not sure how that'll work out. But if the achievements are still attached to your Origin, then to be honest, what I would do is make a completely new character, set up all of the class, race, the origin that you want, and the name, and just import that into Origin, because the decisions don't translate over. It's all just the very simplistic stuff. But if the achievements are still on your account, then you can just translate that over. Let me see here. Did you have trouble when you logged in today? Both my sister and I couldn't get past the pick your hero because we had the world state saves locked when we played it beforehand. No, not for me. As far as logging in, it was okay. Let me see here. Because we had the world save states locked since we played it beforehand. I'm not sure what you mean by it was locked, which is confusing me. Um, I'm pretty sure I had a derp face right there. I'm sorry. But I would definitely try it later on in the day, as far as things go, whenever it's a little bit less, and the servers aren't being killed by the hundreds of thousands of people that are trying to access Keep. And try it again, see if the syncing will actually work effectively for you, because it's probably just because there's so many people. Is Keep free? Free is so free. It is Iwatobi Club free. It is 100% free. Keep is just on the website. It's totally tied. You don't have to pay a dime. And I know a lot of people like to joke around about, oh my god, they're, oh yeah, you totally have to pay for Keep. EA, lol. No. No. I like not being a Bioware employee because I can say lol. Let's see here. How do you add friends? Is it by email? It's by your Origin account. So if you have your friends on Origin, it's just tied on there. Like for instance, I'm at max. I have like 100 friends already, and a whole bunch. And there's some shared world states that, I can just pick and choose, and I can just save it. Yes. And I can override it if I want. But yeah, there's some people who have already like, they have their own world state set up, and if you want to just your friend already has everything set up except for a couple of things, you can just change it. How many choices were there in Keep back when you first got in the beta? How big has the change been? Big. There were a lot of choices that were added over time. I'm not exactly sure of how many decisions specifically, but there are a lot that just like, there are a lot of options that kind of got shifted around. For instance, I got lost because I couldn't find the Talus option because it used to be separated as far as Mark of the Assassin goes, but now everything is compiled into this, so it's a lot easier as far as like just companions go. I think it's more organizational as far as things go, but there have been quite a lot. I think I really have to applaud the people that were part of the closed beta process, because there were so many people who put in their insight as far as like decisions are concerned, and we're like, what about this? Actually, now I think about it, the Warden's Keep one, the blood that you can take, that wasn't in there at the beginning, and then it got progressively added over time. That was pretty cool. So the thing where Varric narrates everything isn't working, is this for everyone or just me? Yeah, actually, I had a problem trying to play it earlier. I wanted to play it for everyone, but, yeah, it didn't pop up because servers are kind of getting slammed right now. But it'll even out, no worries. I know! Sten looks so sad if you don't give him his sword. Oh my god, it broke my heart seeing the tile the first time. I was just like, companions, where is it? Where is it? Here it is. He's like, let's see here. I'll scroll down. Is there a way to change the look of your Warden and Hawk and Keep? Not at the present moment, but I think the option in order to change whether your Hawk had a default appearance or a customized appearance is still in Keep somewhere. If anyone has issues logging the Keep, please use... Oh yeah. Why am I reading it like a derp? If you have any issues trying to use the Keep, like Renata said, thank you Renata, derp, right there. Let's see here. It's sinking down right now. Is sinking up? 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 No, it's totally... Sinking is there. It's just kind of slow because of the high traffic. Oh yeah, there's a tutorial in order to use Keep. Now let me pull it up. So let's go over the tutorial right here. So there are 4 slides, and then I'll just tell you like the different things about Keep. Welcome to the Tapestry. Here you'll be able to create your own unique world state. And if you don't know what a world state is, basically the world state is how you left Thetis as far as your decisions in Dragon Age Origins as the Warden, or Dragon Age 2 as Hawk. So all your options, all your decisions, they get translated over, and that's your world state. So you can share it with friends. As I mentioned before, you just have them on your friends list for Origin, and you can basically just, chill out and kind of like, hey, I have this, world state. If you want to play as a jerk, then feel free to use that world state and go, okay, friend, and then just import it to your own Keep, into your own world state, and then just use it for Inquisition. So, yes, it's organized by Origins and 2, and ignore that. And I'm sure that down the line there'll be Dragon Age Inquisition also under that whole spiel. Oh no, I broke it. Oh, I broke it. That was awesome. Oh, I can't get to the second. Oh no. Okay, imagine that this tutorial actually works effectively for you. Because I'm pretty sure also I kind of broke Keep myself a bit ago, so it might just still be tied. Oh god, F5, F5. Abort, abort. How does let me see here. Why can I mark that my hero killed the archdemon and is alive and well? It depends on how you killed the archdemon. Like, you can put alive and well, right? And just lock that real quick. And then lock it and put it in your pocket. Now, you also have to have options that specifically say that your warden's alive. Now, in order to keep your warden alive, you must have the option that Morgan did the old god baby ritual with someone. Either Alistair, your own warden, if you have a male warden, or Loghain. So those are the only options. If you don't have that, then your warden can't be alive because they sacrificed themselves in order to do, you know, goodly things. Let's see here. There are no stupid questions here. The open beta just opened, so everyone's acclimating to it. Let's see here. Yes, like a derp. Don't hate. Favorite tile and choice? Rather than the Sten one where you give him back his sword and he's all happy? Where is it? Is it at 3? This one. This really kind of hurt whenever I first played it. Because you just saw, like, how weird... Because, like, I always thought Gamlen was a bit of a... Like, I hated Gamlen. I thought he was, like, a jerk in, like, Act 1, you know. He's just basically, like, a gambler, like, son of a who's just, like, eh. But then you see, like, he gave up gambling and, like, all his like, old, like, life in order to, you know, like... Because of his wife and... I'm gonna spoil stuff. Anyway, him finding Sherrod and like meeting up with him and just like him being like, be careful? Question mark? And he didn't know how to respond because he's never been a dad until right then. Like, he's this old dude and he just finds out that he has this like 18-year-old daughter or something like that. And it's just like, it was really heartwarming to see because it's like, that happened. And just bringing them together is just like, that kind of killed me. So I don't know. I'm a sucker for that. Let's see here. Do do do. Why can't my mage warden have a baby with Marty from Orzammar? Because Marty only wants to be with a male dwarf and noble who she can totally knock boots with and have her own kid that would be a noble down the line. Because she's a horrible person. No, I'm just kidding. She's not a horrible person. Yes, Justin, I break everything. If you don't know, I totally broke it last week and it got fixed. Let me see here. How do you link two accounts together? When I played Origins, I made one account, did not know what it was. My DA2 is on my Origin account. I thought I merged them together on the social network, but I used Keep a few weeks ago and then my warden showed up. That is difficult considering that if you have two Origin accounts, I know from personal experience that EA will not combine accounts unless if you're really mean to them, which I don't suggest. Let me see here. The only way that I would do that is if you have your save files for DA2, like push them all together on like under one Origin account and make sure that sync is live so that you can actually have that imported, because there's no good way of having two Origin accounts, unfortunately. And trust me that I'm saying that I've tried. Yeah, EA support, you're an awesome thing. Let's see here. I saw there was an option that Morgan could have had a human baby. How is that possible? I think the words were... Well, the thing is that it is an old god baby, but it is a human baby. The old god baby is human. although has a soul of, you know, that baddie. And probably will grow out to be a mage. But, let's see here. Where are you? Oh, wait, derp. No. No, I keep on pressing the wrong things. Double back. Oh god, baby. Da 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 da. Had an old god baby. Had a human baby with Warden. Now, that's a weird circumstance, and the only I can speculate why it's specifically named human baby, but I don't know if that's was the intention of the developers. Because you can definitely screw Morgan. Excuse me, I shouldn't have used such vile terms. You can definitely engage in the act of love with Morgan as a male warden. But, I just realized how horrible that sounded. But you don't have to do the ritual. Let's see here. My tapestry is completely unsized, as in all the tiles are squished to the left side. Is there some way to get them to fill the screen? Depends on what browser you are using. Canadian Canadian Uncle Sam. Wow, it took me a while to read your username. Mention what browser you're in because it depends. Chrome is probably the best one to use as far as a browser for Keep. Firefox, I didn't have that many issues, and if you're going Safari and like, God forbid, Internet Explorer, it's a little bit different. I suggest using a different browser if possible, but if you're going to be using like something like mobile and all that, for now, while the open beta is still an open beta, expect a couple of bugs. So, let's see here. Do 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 do. Let's see here. I played DAO and DA2 on the same console, but only my DA2 heroes are showing up in Keep. Why aren't my DAO heroes showing up? Were you logged in and it actually stayed logged in on Dragon Age Origins? And also, let me think here. It also depends on how many, like if you had syncing on for Dragon, wait, you had on the same console. Which console? Now I think about it. PC is totally different than console. Obviously. I just realized I sound like an idiot saying that. For PC, it's a little bit easier. For console, I think you have to make sure that Origins is completely logged in order for it to translate. I say translate, that basically means sync, and I just hate the word sync now because it's used syncingly so many syncing times. So I say translate. Xbox? Okay. So if it's Xbox, let me think here. Log into Origins. If you open up Origins and then you have it tied to your Origin account, it should be able to. Oh, and also make sure that your Xbox account is tied to your Origin account through social.bioware.com, if I remember correctly. It has to be. Let me pull it up. The actual website. You need to make sure that your account is represented. And I'm sorry, my keyboard's really loud, if you don't know. Don't mind me, I'm just singing strange songs and trying to find the specific. You need to tie your Xbox account, as in your gamer tag, to your Origin account. And I know it exists somewhere. Sandal is justice. But yeah, I'm trying to find it and I can't find it offhand. But right now, I know for a fact that you have to do that. That you have to make sure that it's attached to your profile. God, did I just find it? Did I just find it? Oh, I hope I just found it. Excuse me. Social.bioware.com. Your registered game content? Is that it? Are you what I'm looking for? This might be the wrong one, but I know for a fact that I went through the legacy BSN site and it actually worked. This is how it worked for me. Rather than that, there is a way to sync up on the forum.bioware.com thing for my content, I believe. Nope, not my content. Derp. Somewhere here. Over the rainbow. No, I don't want to delete my account. Oh dear goodness, no, I do not want to do that. But anyway, yeah. Is it the right page? Did I do good? Did I do good? Oh god. Oh, by the way, yeah. Oh man. What was I gonna say? N7 Day, I'm also gonna be streaming. It's gonna be, I think, 12 hours of just straight up Mass Effect over and over again. So, by the way, thank you, Ageless. I can never say your name ever, but that's it. Oh yeah, and if you're having any problems with syncing and you played on PC and you had the developer console on, disable it. That will ruin you, as it did me. But don't forget, syncing is also kind of down-ish right now because, not down, it's up. It's just under a lot of traffic because a lot of people are using Keep. I wish I kind of had like a little like paper that it's just like I wrote it down and then I just like kept going. And I just like, oh, you answered that or you asked that question? Here you go. But nah. Turn that developer console off. Let's see here. For fun, I'm going to start up my Tapestry because I need a new one. I deleted all of mine and I was really sad. No, no, no! F5. Oh, I broke it. I'm so sorry. Let's see here. If you have a Steam copy of DA, you should have to still log into Origin through the main, like whenever you pull up Origin and it's like, the title screen with the sword and all that. Doesn't it actually still show up that you have to log into the BSN? Mm. Am I going to post this video on YouTube? I can. It's gonna be really, really long, but why not? Ah, let's see here. How do you make a profile picture for the Tapestry login? I'm not sure what you mean by the profile picture. If you mean this profile picture, this one, like the top right, that's my picture for that's my picture from Origin that you can actually choose. For instance, oh god, I don't want to show this screen, but basically it's like my Origin profile picture. I wanted to show the screen, but it has my personal information, so I'll skip out on that. You can redeem the Steam key on Origin and get an Origin copy. I haven't tried that before, so I don't want to actually say why, if that would work. I still can't see any of my DAO content on the social network. It won't pull up. I'm not sure, because that is an issue with... Let me think here. If you're not pulling up your content on the social network, you can also do it through... Well, it depends on if you're on what console you are on, or if you're on PC also. Still gotta log in using Steam. Ah. Can I ask what is happening next Thursday? You could, but I couldn't give you a proper answer. Well, actually, no. You'll just see a lot. The world will be turned asunder. Torn asunder. And yeah, it's gonna be a wonderful day that day. And you'll be... Oh yeah, and if you want to know where you can go on Thursday, it's my YouTube channel at youtube.com/LadyXinsanity. Is there any choice option you'd like added to the keep? Most of mine that I requested or I recommended be added to the keep have already been added to the keep. Even some arbitrary ones, like this one, the one that this one has all the options. It just worked and it's up on there. I think, oh, what did I say? Yeah, all of them were. All of them were included, every single one of them. Yep, every single one of them. Hawk and Cullen were not friends. They were friends. Oh man. The repercussions of that action will resound in Dragon Age to come. Thank you, Renata. Oh shoot. Alright. Let's see here. Yeah, thank you, Ness. But yeah, Thursday, for sure. And also, if you don't know, I'm doing all the Masked Empire book streams, book live streams again. Or not the live streams, that I'm doing the chapter reads. And the chapter 10 is up already. I uploaded it last night, and then chapter 11 will be tomorrow. Any other questions? It's 4:16 and I started this an hour and 15 ago, so let's do the last spiel of questions or anything. If you have any questions on Dragon Age Keep, especially since Renata and Justin are in the chat as well, get all of those in now before the end comes. So, oh man. This has been a wonderful, wonderful time. And I also still have to make my world state again. But it's really easy, as I mentioned again. You make the world state. You make the world state with all of the decisions that you want from Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age 2. You can also choose not to do certain options, and it just defaults. You can have these already chosen, and by the time Dragon Age Inquisition comes out on November 18th, you can import those straight into Inquisition, and then you can play it yourself. And not every option within Keep right now is going to be represented, but a lot of them are, so make sure to do that. You'll definitely have a lot of context as far as if you played Origins before, if you played 2 before, and you play Inquisition, obviously you're going to have some of those choices be represented in the game. And it's a lot better than going in blind with a default save, if I have to say anything about it. The end of days is coming. You heard it first. Thank you, Meicho Zhang. Yes. Thank you, Renata. Can you show us how to export into Inquisition? So let's say this is my world state. I love this world state. It has every single option I want. Or I'm too lazy and I romance Alistair. That's all I need. All the other options will be already taken care of. You don't have to actually go in and change every single one of them. So what you can do is, let's say this is the world state that we're working on right now, right? You see this pretty button that says Export to DA Inquisition. So you click it, and you take it. Now, overwrite the Inquisition game slot. Importing this world state will replace the current active world state in your game slot. Would you like to continue? And then you say, yes, I would like to continue, and you press the button. And then it'll be all good to go. Obviously, this doesn't work yet, because Inquisition isn't in anyone's hands yet. But, yeah, it'll work pretty awesomely. And then whenever you open up Dragon Age Inquisition, there will be a button that says Dragon Age. There will be. You can log into Dragon Age Keep from your console, from PC, and then you can actually just import your world state into Inquisition and play with it. And then you go to Character Creator, and then you have a fun time. Let's see here. I had the opportunity to romance Liliana in Dragon Age Origins, but when I played, I was also able to pass through the Alluvion and decide that Morgan is my true love. But now I can't. Why? I would also ask if you had any mods. What romance triggers did you hit? Also, did you... Okay, so basically, if I remember correctly, I think the way that the romance triggers in Origins works the same way that Mass Effect does, so that there's like that true love trigger that you hit in order, because at some point Liliana and Morgan will be like, you need to choose one, and then you choose one. But, of course, Liliana will be, like, for instance, if you choose Morgan, Liliana down the line will still mention in Dragon Age 2, oh, the Warden, he is dear to my heart, or something like that, right? But yeah. Can't seem to figure out how to name my world state names. So if you want to change the name of your world state, there's a little button that has a little pencil on it, and you can highlight it and it says edit. You choose it, and then it'd be like, oh, these are the, you only have 40 characters to work with, so I say the world state to, no. Let's name it to Alistair only, please. And then you put a description so you remember this only has Alistair choices up, or something like that. And then you save it. And there we go. That's how it changes. It'll be represented on the top right whenever you close the profile, and it'll say Alistair only, please. Let's see here. Can you change your name? I'm guessing you mean can you change your Warden or Hawk's name, which is not yet, but being investigated. So let's see here. What settings will be able to change? We are not able now. I'm not sure what you mean, what settings. We'll be able to change a whole bunch of decisions going into Inquisition, but as far as settings, I'm not sure what you mean. That was a terrible impression, Lemo. Excellent Liliana impression. Dude, I don't know how to do that voice. I can just pretend I know. Oh, thank you, Frog Raider. If you don't know, I did I'm still doing technically a lore series with ShoddyCast, and it's on their YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/ShoddyCast. So if you don't know much about the Dragon Age lore, you want to like brush up, it's like this huge introductory kind of series, and it goes into the details about like every single thing about Thetis, as far as like nations, races, dwarves, elves, humans, Canary, and like all that jazz. And it's on their channel. So let's see here. It's under investigation, like where Horatio came. I should just do a really bad Liliana impression for the rest of the evening. Let's see. Doing a Soul impression? I don't even know what that is. No, I know Isolde, but I don't know how I would do Tigan. Tigan, I must tell you the awful things that Fifi mentioned about me. Or something like that. How detailed will the choices be in the final version of Keep? Pretty much, this is the gist of it. Mainly it's about bug testing now with the course of how many hundreds of thousands of people that are going to be playing Keep. Oh, that... Ow. But yeah, these are pretty much the decisions. I'm sure there's going to be some either organizational, like, changes or, like, a few, like, you know, tiles being switched over or some sort. But basically, this is it. Yes. Tigan, who is this woman? Let's see, guys. Is there a release date for Keep yet? Well, it's open beta right now, so anyone can play it. As far as like the official release, don't know if there's a specific one yet. Yeah, it wasn't closed beta until today. Today was the open beta. You cannot change appearances in Keep. Let's see here. I hope there'll be a Mass Effect Keep as well for Mass Effect 4. So I'll just reiterate what they mentioned at PAX Prime. As far as Mass Effect using Keep, the technology is there, and if Mass Effect wants to use it for future trilogies, or not trilogies, but future games, they totally can because they have it now, and it's their own, I guess, proprietary software. It's their own technology, right? So they already created it. They can totally use it for Mass Effect. Obviously, it's not going to work for because the next Mass Effect is totally within its own. It's in the Mass Effect universe, but it's not Shepard's story anymore. They're not going to use it for past games like Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. So, let's see here. Now it's open 24/7 for all. Liliana Morgan, why do you have lips but no one else does? I don't even know why. I don't know why there are lack of lips. I think out of the newest characters, Dorian is the only one who has lips, but I think it's because of the mustache. Yeah, Morgan has lips, Liliana has lips, Zevran doesn't. Cool. Sarah, too. On the Sacred Ashes, right now the only choice is whether or not you poison the ashes. Do you know they'll be adding what happened to Brother Genetivi? And some of my saves I killed and others I didn't. Let's see here. Let me pull it up. Earn a Sacred Ashes. Earn not poisoned. I'm sure because before we had the option of killing Brother Genetivi. It might be back soon, or it might not be. It depends on the actual things. Obviously, this is still open beta, so anything can be changed as far as the choices. Artist discretion, that too. No, you're completely right, because you know. Whenever you're going to fight to the death over Dorian, you'll lose. Let's see here. I wonder how Hawk will look in Inquisition, because we already saw the default Hawk in trailer. Will they just use the default appearance? I guess so. Can't answer that, but can't wait. If you kiss Morrigan, but got no further from that, does it count as a romance? Well, if you kissed her, I don't think it's marked as, like, the multiple romances in here. But yeah. Let's see here. Who do you say is a better ruler for Orzammar? I personally chose Balin because although he's a ruddy git, he is a little bit more progressive than all the other ones. I mean, he did kill his brother, which I thought was a really scummy thing, but at the same time, that brother, I hated that brother so much. And he did betray my dwarf warden, but at the same time, I kind of understood it, and my warden ended up being in a better position, so I didn't hate it. As far as things go, I'm sorry there was a motorcycle outside. But I chose Balin. I think Harrowmount is a little bit too. You read it in the epilogues, but he kind of closes Orzammar's doors to a lot of people, and he kind of stifles things. It reminds me too much of the other nation for dwarves, and it's like they're completely isolated from other people. Whereas, like, you know, I kind of want Orzammar to be out there and actually be more active with other people, so I chose Balin. Um, Romance, Fenris or Anders? Why? Anders, because I like whiny more than broody. Actually, no. I felt that the tragic romance between Anders and my femhawk was actually both my femhawk and my malehawk was just like it killed me inside as far as like how things went, and you just saw the progressive like you if you read the codex entries for Anders, you see that he was a great like friend and lover to Hawk, but obviously, you know, it just kind of grew into this whole problem of, you know, the Mage Rebellion and all that. So I romance Anders because it's a lot better for me rather than Fenris, who just basically I can't even. I can't even. Fenris doesn't have a bad romance. It's just I prefer Anders. You sound like you might agree with Loghain. Um, I don't normally agree with Loghain, even though Kaelin was an idiot. There was a possibility that Loghain could have. No, like if you read Stolen Throne, that's why I can't ever completely agree with Loghain. Um, Let me see here. Did I kill Fenris? No. Did I like Anders in Awakening or Anders in DA2? DA2 because of the transition of how he was from the beginning all the way to the end. Awakening was okay, but I felt like he was too much of the comic character that they needed because Alistair wasn't in the game, or in the expansion. Um, oh yeah, I'm gonna double back here. Have I had trouble syncing as well? No, not that much, except for my DA2 playthroughs. Here, I'll just sync real quick. If anyone has any more questions on Keep, please send them my way because I will be ending stream pretty shortly. Um, but yeah, my origin ones are totally fine. My DA2 ones are just kind of like, I have a couple missing, specifically my Mage Hawk, but it's not a huge issue because I've had her in here before. It's just not syncing now, which I kind of contribute to the massive traffic that is on the site. So thank you, Atticus. Um, but yeah. So, okay, so it's like syncing right now. It'll always get the achievements, it'll get the race, the class, the origins that I did, and all that as far as Dragon Age is concerned. What I do would do, you guys, tomorrow is I would definitely check out Keep, you know, get some coffee in the morning, just do your thing, and then just pop it up, see if you can sync, see if your wardens or hawks decide to come over. It shouldn't be that trafficky, and then just, you know, give it a go. And if it doesn't, be sure to check all of the FAQs that Keep has, as well as the other links that Renata posted earlier. Thank you, Renata. Thank you, Justin, for popping into this stream. I really appreciate it. This is really more of like a guerrilla stream. I didn't expect to do this today, and I didn't expect to do it for so long. I thought an hour or so would have been sufficient, but obviously no. But yeah, today was a good day. It only says 77 out of 109 because I kind of bugged my achievements because I had the developer console on, so I still have to disable it. Trust me that I've played more Origins than I've ever wanted to, and same with Dragon Age 2. But yeah. What is my keep name? My keep name is Lady Insanity. Really original, I know. Approve this hero. There we go. Cool. But yeah, remember DragonAgeKeep.com, and yeah, be sure to also get all of your world states set up for whenever Inquisition comes out. And I highly recommend doing it early so that whenever everyone's trying to fill in their world states right before Inquisition, you don't get caught up in the mess. And definitely check out the, whenever Varric is talking, the story, the ISS. Definitely check that out because it's actually really nice. Yep, if you have any other additional questions, you want to get anything personal you want fixed as far as keep, or you have any issues and it doesn't really qualify as something that you can put under the beta feedback that's on the top right, definitely tweet out to Dragon Age Keep. Renata, Justin, all of the developers on Keep, I'm sure will be more than willing to help you out and will be much more informational than I have been as far as me answering questions with a horrible Malaysian accent. And yeah, so I don't think this is gonna work. If this works now, I'll be so happy, but I don't think it'll work. Nope. After you click,
if you believe the stories, mankind's pride gave rise to the Darkspawn. Countless in number and toxic to all life, Darkspawn search endlessly for an archdemon. When they find one, Darkspawn armies surge up from their corrupt barrows beneath the ground, and a blight begins. Grey Wardens are the only warriors capable of destroying an archdemon, and history always honors the one who sacrifices all to kill the beast. In the fifth blight, the Warden was the hero of Ferelden, youngest child of Ferelden's powerful Terran Cousland. Betrayal saw the Cousland's ancestral castle burn, and the Terran and his wife slain. Duncan, a Grey Warden, helped the young noble escape to a new life with the Wardens. The allied Ferelden and Grey Warden forces met in Ostagar, where King Kaelin's armies and a host of Wardens gathered, ready to destroy the Darkspawn. But valor turned to despair as Loghain betrayed his king. Kaelin's forces were slaughtered, and the south was lost. The hero, now a full-fledged Grey Warden, survived with the aid of Flemeth, the mysterious witch of the wilds. Joined by Flemeth's daughter, Morrigan, and a Grey Warden named Alistair, the hero set out to build an army strong enough to abolish the Blight. With the traitorous Loghain now seated on Ferelden's throne, the Warden sought help from the influential Arl Eamon of Redcliffe. However, they arrived in Redcliffe to find the town under siege. As each night, undead rose in waves and assailed the battered village.
So if you don't know, you can actually change the options whenever it says edit choice, and you can choose, oh, I helped Redcliffe, or I did not help Redcliffe. And then you can improve your answer. Or you can let it go.
With the hero's help, the people of Redcliffe stood fast against the undead horde. The Wardens reached Arl Eamon's castle only to find the Arl lying at the edge of death, and his court fallen into madness. To save his father's life, Eamon's young son, Connor, had made a deal with a demon.
Hold it! He was totally alive, and he was totally not possessed.
And quickly fallen victim to its possession. The hero intervened, freeing Connor from possession and breaking the demon's hold over Redcliffe. But deals with demons are never straightforward. The demon agreed only to save Eamon's life, not restore him to health. Arl Eamon needed a miracle to recover. The hero located an urn containing the sacred ashes of Andraste, which were said to cure any ailment. The urn was protected by ancient traps, tests of will, and a dragon-worshipping cult that wanted to twist the urn's power to its own ends.
And then you can choose this, and it would actually be represented into your world state. Everything as far as things go for this one. So let's be a kind person. Or let's not be so kind and totally poison it.
The cultists encouraged the hero to profane the ashes with dragon's blood, which caused the urn and its contents to shatter. With a pinch of the ashes, the hero restored the Arl to health. Informed of Logain's treachery, Eamon swore his political and military support. The circles of Magi are bound by oath to aid the Grey Wardens in times of blight. However, Lake Calenhad's tower could offer little help. One of its mages, Uldred, had become possessed by a pride demon and was twisting other circle mages into abominations.
Alright, I'm not going to spoil it for everyone as far as things go. Let me just close it up a little bit. Thank you all for joining me. Oh wait, I'm supposed to do this. There we go. Thank you all for joining me on here. You can definitely watch this yourself and also do your own world state on dragonagedkeep.com. And I will be putting a lot of videos within the next couple of weeks, especially leading up to Inquisition. If you don't know, on N7, or November 7th, it's going to be N7 Day. I'm going to be doing a 12-hour live stream and giving away a whole bunch of swag, as well as next Thursday, which is, let me look at here again. Next Thursday, which is November 6th, is whenever the world will be torn asunder. And be sure to check out my YouTube channel for that as well. But for now, thank you guys so much for being here. Really appreciate it. And thank you, Renata and Justin again. All hail Justin, for being here. So thank you again, you guys. Take care, and I will see you next time. Farewell and Unsol.